All right, guys, let's do a quick video of this 226. This is the Sig Sauer 226 Navy. Is the Mark 25. Now, this isn't a gun for sale. I do have them for sale on the website, but this is my home defense gun. So I just want to do a quick rundown on my home defense setup. Besides some long guns and stuff and extra safes and all that crap, but as far as the first response handgun, I will go to a pistol, and the pistol I choose is the Sig 226. Now, it doesn't have to be, excuse me, it doesn't have to be the Mark 25, but I like the Mark 25. And I'll show you what I've done to it. Not much, as you see here. We have a light and then something else special. But a real quick history of the Mark 25. So the Mark 25 is a 9mm pistol. This is the 226, dubbed the Mark 25. This is a Special Forces pistol that was built for the United States Navy SEALs, okay? So this is the gun they had used, probably not now, but when it was popular and back in the day, the Navy SEALs had used this gun. And then they put it on the civilian market, called it the Mark 25. It was called the Mark 25, and then they gave you a little anchor right here. Salt bath, nitrided finish. The whole gun has been nitrided finish. And now this is a 9mm. This is a hammered fire gun. So what I mean by hammer fire, so you have a hammer back here, external hammer that cocks, and then you also have a decocker. So this gun, first off, safety check, nothing in there. So as you see, as I rack that hammer goes back. So this is called a single action trigger at this point. I just pull that trigger and it does one thing. It will drop the hammer. Now, okay, so it's empty and it's a really nice crisp trigger pull, just like that. And when the gun goes off and then the cartridge and the gases expel, blah, 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 the slide goes back, cocks the hammer, you have your reset, you're in single action mode again. Now, if you wanted to load this or shoot, double action, you would drop the hammer with this decocker lever right here, and that would put you in double action. So that the trigger would have to pull back the hammer and let it go. See that? And it's a heavier trigger pull. Now, I did upgrade this trigger with the short reset trigger, the SRT by Sig. So it has a really nice, smooth double action trigger, and it has a really crisp, really light single action. Now, there is no safety. The safety would be you load a round in there and you would drop the hammer safely. The decocker drops it on the round safely. And then you would carry it like this, put it in your holster, put it in your safe, because you would really have to yank on that. It's still about probably 8 to 9 pounds. You still have to really yank on that trigger to get it off. Obviously, when you're using guns, you want to have all the safe measures. You want to put it in a safe direction. You want to keep your finger off the trigger unless you're ready to fire at the thing you're ready to fire at. So having no thumb safety on it is fine, especially with this setup, because you would have to really yank on that. Now, I would never put one in the chamber and keep it like this, because it's more like more of a hair trigger. It's not a hair trigger. See, I'm yanking on that trigger now. It's not going off because there's all that take up. But I still wouldn't carry it like that. When I shoot this gun, I go to the range and I practice plenty with the double action and the single action, and I'm getting good groupings. We have a Streamlight. I chose this TLR1 HL. This is the high lumen ones. It's not the new one, the USB, the 1500. This, I believe, has 8 to 1,000 lumens. I chose this light because, one, it looks more fitting for this style of gun. It has, like, it's more square, and I just like the way it looks and fits on this gun. Nothing wrong with the other one. I have multiples of the newer style, but for this light and for this gun in particular, this is a good setup for me. As far as how the gun comes, like I said, it comes without the light, and it comes what you see. There is a short reset trigger bar in here, or whatever it's called, but you can't see that. But it just, I'll tell you that the trigger, it has been upgraded slightly with a factory part. And I forgot to mention, this Mark 25 does not come with this grip style. It has a different style of grips on it that comes on and off real easily. I chose this more, I forget what the version they call them, but it has a little hump right here, and it has a little bit more grippy texture. So I just like the look of this this grip panels more than the factory one. So just small, inexpensive upgrades that suit my needs, especially in a home defense situation. I wanted more tack. Now, is this a gun that my wife can shoot? She could pick it up and shoot it plenty fine. If I didn't keep one loaded, we got a loaded mag right here. If I didn't keep it loaded, she might have a hard time pulling back the slide. So like I said, in the gun safe, it's pointing in a safe direction, and there's one racked in there, and it's sitting double action. So she could literally just pick it out, point to the bad guy, and shoot, and she'd be on target. As far as the other things I did, I didn't want to get this slide cut or anything. It has really nice tritium sights from the factory. The finish is all nitrided. I wanted to keep this the way it looks right now, this setup. But I also really do enjoy shooting this gun. And when you shoot a lot of guns, you like to shoot guns with optics. So this is the SIG Pro Cut slide for the 226. It still has that nitride finish. Now, what I did was I got a whole recoil system, guide rod system. I got another barrel, and I got the Pro Cut slide. Popped it together, and then I had my optics ready, and it comes with sights and everything. You get it from SIG. And then this is the Dr. Footprint. So I have a SIG Romeo. This isn't the this is the Romeo X Pro, not enclosed. Has 3 different reticles. I just have the little dot on there. But what I could do here is I can easily swap the slides. Now, when it's in home defense mode, I leave this slide on, okay? Because I want a faster target. I want to hit my target fast as I can. I could do that and act more accurately with red dots. So I choose to put this slide on there, but I still go out and take this gun out with just the iron sights and just have fun with that too. It's fun to just train both ways. So easy way to do it is I just take this upper off. So we'll make sure the gun's clear. It's clear. You lock the slide back. You push down the slide lever. You drop it right off. Now, what makes this gun really accurate and really and your felt recoil minimal on this design is this full length rail system. So look at a lot of guns only have blocks and rails right here and right here. The SIG and a lot of other German guns have rails all the way down. You know, kind of like a 1911 style. You know, and the 1911 is also hammered fire, but it's a single action only, meaning the trigger only does one thing: it drops the hammer. So you actually have to cock the hammer back for it to fire. So cocked and locked. That's where the 1911. That's where the term 1911 came from. It's cocked and locked. On this one, you can just drop the hammer and you can have the double action like I explained. So this sits in the box right here when I'm ready to use it. I use it. Other than that, it goes in the home defense mode, or most of the time I shoot it like this. You just pop this slide and just make sure it's on all the way back, pull it back, flip the lever up. Now you have your 226 Navy with your Pro Cut slide and your optics. It's a lot of fun. Really, really a lot of fun to shoot this gun. The only problem I have to do when I shoot this gun, I go a high thumb over thumb. I have the tendency of riding this slide release. So when I push down on it, kind of use it as like a gas pedal, my slide will not lock open on the last round. So I almost, if I want to, that's a training thing. So if I have to replace my magazine and reload, I have to load the magazine in rack one because I ride that slide release. So what I have to do is I have to remind myself to move my thumb over and shoot more like that because I have a tendency of dropping that, holding onto that slide release. That's just a training thing. But I just want to show you what my home defense setup. Now, my other home defense gun was an FN, but I recently had sold that. So I'm in the market, or I say market, I'm in my gun closet or my gun safe to look what will replace that. So I might replace that with an M&P Striker Fire, something that my wife is more comfortable shooting so she can grab something and not just have this available. But yeah, this gun is amazing, and I recommend flashlights on home defense guns because you want to be able to identify your targets and also blind your target. And the whole blinding the light on your walls and back at you, I don't believe that. At nighttime, I can shine this at a wall, and my eyes will adjust fast enough that it won't blind me. If you put it into a mirror, maybe. But yeah, that's why you should do some LARPing around your house at nighttime with an unloaded weapon just to train, right? We all do that. But yeah, I just want to show you the 226 Navy here. I really like this gun. I've sold a few of them, and they're good shooting, and they're good right out of the box with just the iron sights, guys. Just with the iron sights, they're great. But optics are cool, and it could really help you as a shooter and everything all around. So, but as a good what's your home defense weapon? This is mine. And I do enjoy shooting this. Now, I've been shooting a lot of 2011s and stuff like that. So I haven't showcased this one and shot this one in a couple. And I think I shot this a few months ago. It's all been cleaned up and everything. And it comes with 15-round mags. This is your 15-round mag. They do have some 17-round mags and some extended mags, which I have. But this is just your factory. And I got some, I believe these are Federal HSTs. So, but yeah, just wanted to showcase my home defense gun. And sorry for the long video, but I really like the Mark 25, and I don't understand why the military went away. Like SIG, if you're listening to this, stick to doing stuff like this. Stick to hammered fire guns. Stick to metal guns. That's where you need to do. Stay away from the P320s and stay away from the striker fire guns. Like, yeah, your 365 is awesome. I have one, but just stick to that. We need more guns like this. They're heavier. They're more accurate. Well, they can be more accurate. And they just the quality gun right here, and we can still do a lot to them. And yeah, the trigger is going to be a little heavier, but with training, enough training and practice, you can get around that. Especially, like I said, especially with this single action, a short reset trigger. I mean, it's crisp. So anyway, that's all I have right now. More videos coming soon.